from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Wednesday, the 9th of June, 2021. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. In the headlines, Calvin Frank charged for non-capital murder, housebreaking, and attempted non-capital murder. The Grenada Bar Association to legally challenge government for neglect of the judicial system and supporting services. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell announces a second stimulus package of $8.5 million US. Tonight's analyst on the Prime Minister's conference separately is NDC's Terence Forrester. In around the globe, police investigating armed robbery in St. Lucia. Haiti postpones constitutional referendum, and Colombia's capital city lifting tough COVID-19 restrictions despite high numbers of COVID infections and deaths. Coming up in sports, Spice Boys go down in defeat in the final World Cup qualifying match at the Karani James Athletics Stadium. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's news at 7. Police were forced to spring into action as one man was discovered hanging in his cell at the Central Police Station on Wednesday evening. Superintendent Vanny Kerwin, head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, spoke about the discovery.
At about 1:15 this afternoon, a gentleman was detained and brought into the Central Police Station for the offenses of damage to property and stealing. Because of his behavior, which was kind of disorderly, a decision was taken to strip him of his clothes for his own safety. And so he was stripped down to his clothes, to his boxers, and he was placed in the cell with his boxers. At about 4:30, while the shift was being changed and a check of the cell was made, it was discovered that he has used the waist of his boxers to hang himself on the gate of the cell. Unfortunately, the medical team is here, senior officers from the criminal investigation are here, crime scene experts are here, and we are just processing the scene. This gentleman would have been charged overnight and processed and be brought to court tomorrow. It's unfortunate that this incident has happened, and as all other incidents, a thorough investigation will be done, and at some point we'll be able to report to the public what has happened, how it has happened, and perhaps why it has happened if we can make that determination. So that is what we have for now. It's an unfolding situation. The scene is still being processed. The investigation has started, and our work to determine what has happened is underway. No, I do not have the details of where he's from as yet, but I'm sure as the evening unfolds, that information will become available.
The name of the victim was not disclosed to allow the family to be informed. Police say the male individual was picked up by police after they received a call that expressed concern about his well-being. Police say before being put into the holding cell, the individual was stripped of his clothes as a means of avoiding such incident. However, reports are that the man used the lone piece of clothes on his body, which was his boxers, to allegedly hang himself. GBN will continue to follow this developing story. Calvin Frank, a 33-year-old driver of Spring St. George, was arrested and charged by officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department on Wednesday, 9th June 2021, in relation to Grenada's first homicide for 2021. This was officially confirmed by the head of the Community Relations Department, Superintendent Vanny Kerwin.
Earlier on today, we have charged Mr. Calvin Frank, 33 years of Spring St. George's for the untimely death or non-capital murder of Mrs. Skinner Moraine. He was also charged for housebreaking, and he was also charged for attempted non-capital murder for the very violent attack on Mrs. Skinner's daughter. He will be appearing in court tomorrow, June the 10th. This is his first court hearing to answer those 3 charges as a result of Monday incident.
Lindy Skinner Moraine lost her life during a stabbing altercation that occurred on Monday morning at Jean Anglais, St. George. Frank was charged for non-capital murder and housebreaking after he unlawfully broke into the dwelling house of Mrs. Skinner Moraine to commit a felony therein, to wit, non-capital murder. He was also charged for attempted non-capital murder by attempting to cause the death of a 16-year-old person. The murder followed a report made by Frank to the police that Skinner Moraine owed him $150, which was due to be paid the same day. One woman claims police brutality. The RGPF says it isn't so. The police have responded to accusations made by Candy Joseph after she was allegedly assaulted by 3 male police officers on Friday night. We get more in this report.
I just want to go on record as saying that what we have heard in the news last night is very far from what has happened, and in due course and in due time, the truth of this incident will be made known.
Superintendent Vanny Kerwin, head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, as he debunked claims of police brutality reported by Candy Roberts of Lashington St. David against members of the RGPF. In last evening's newscast, Joseph told GBN she had been assaulted by 3 male officers attached to the St. David police station. Superintendent Kerwin said upon responding to a call, the 3 officers were met with aggression. This is based on accounts by eyewitnesses.
We have had 4 eyewitnesses account of the incident outside that of the police officers, and all 4 of the eyewitnesses are very consistent in terms of what has happened. And what has happened is not police brutality as was told. The lady was arrested and refused to go to the police transport, and in fact she attacked the police. There were comments that were made about if she had a knife, what and what she would not have done. Those comments were alarming and very perplexing by those who witnessed the incident. We did not have to go out to search for information. It was so disgusting that many of the civilians who were present came into the police station and voluntarily provided information to the police.
Tolerance, patience, tact. The superintendent's response when questioned about why Candy Joseph was not arrested as the officers had attempted to do.
Sometimes, tolerance, patience, tact needs to be stepped into a situation. There were 3 police officers, and it was very easy for 3 police officers to arrest her physically and take her away. But the confrontation that would have caused, it was better not to continue the confrontation further. She's somebody who is known and can be taken to court by other means, and so a decision was made there and then to leave her, and she will be taken to court by other means. But I am sure that the force that was on the ground was enough to carry her away. But the fight that ensued and would have continued if they had done that, perhaps more people would have gotten hurt. So it was thought, that let good sense and good judgment prevail and abort the arrest, but she will be taken to court and she too will have her day in court.
Superintendent Kerwin says investigations will prove the truth of the incident, and with the directive from the Department of Public Prosecution, a suitable response to the matter will be provided.
It is incumbent on us to continue to do a full and complete investigation, gathering all the facts and circumstances in this matter, and have the advice of the Director of Public Prosecution at the appropriate time to determine if or who will be charged or disciplined for this encounter. So I just want to go on record as saying that what we have heard in the news last night is very far from what has happened, and in due course and in due time, the truth of this incident will be made known.
Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
In an unprecedented and historic lawsuit that was initiated in 2019 by the Grenada Bar Association against government, the High Court now has cleared the way for the matter to proceed. The government is being challenged for its continued neglect of the judicial system and supporting services, which the association contends is in breach of the Constitution. Gerard Joseph has been speaking with a Grenada Bar Association official.
The suit, which was first filed in July 2019 by the Grenada Bar Association, then led by Attorney at Law Lisa Taylor, is contending that government is in breach of the Constitution for its continued failure to provide the necessary apparatus for the efficient and timely administration of justice. Counsel on the matter and now current president of the Grenada Bar Association, James Bristol, says the association is tasked under the Legal Profession Act to ensure the due administration of justice. The suit seeks to get the association to represent the interests of all the people who may come before the court, whether in a civil or criminal matter.
It's what you call a representative proceeding. It's like almost like what they call a class action suit in America. So one person represents the interests of everyone. So if those interests are the same or similar, so you don't have everybody having to go to court and arguing the same point again and again, which wastes time and money and resources.
Bristol says the court granted the application last week, whereby the Bar Association can now formally represent all litigants. No proper court facilities, inadequate buildings, staff, and insufficient judges, which have resulted in a backlog of criminal and civil cases, as well as the untimely administration of justice, are the rationale for the suit.
And what's really serious is in the criminal cases, people are innocent until proven guilty. If someone is locked up and not on bail or is on remand awaiting trial for an excessive period, this could be tantamount to an infringement of their human rights. So it's very important to bring these matters, before the court for determination whether the government is failing in its duty to ensure under the Constitution fair trial. The fair trial rights are embodied in Section 8 of the Constitution.
The GBA president, who has served in the past as Attorney General, highlights the importance of such a suit.
I think it does put a little extra pressure. I mean, it's subject to appeal, of course, but it does put pressure because it means that everybody in Grenada is on board with us. And everybody in Grenada is comforted that they can exert together with us the pressure that is required to cause change, because the more the merrier. And I think it's a major step. It's the first decision of its kind that I'm aware of, certainly in Grenada, but I think in the OECS for sure, of a bar association being appointed in a representative capacity.
He says the association, which has been having discussions with Attorney General Dia Forrester, is however hoping that the issues can be resolved before they go to court. The Attorney at Law says the background to the suit dates back to the last 30 years, despite the change of political parties, as government has remained the same. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
He said what he said and has no feelings of remorse for words used in the House of Representatives in response to the resignation of former Ambassador at Large and Consul General to Florida, Warren Newfield.
Imagine a white man coming and tell we must change the government of Grenada. Could you believe this character? For was in the street and say another word.
With racism being an issue in the spotlight internationally, the words used by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell to respond to former Ambassador at Large and Consul General to Florida, Warren Newfield, took many criticism. But when asked on Wednesday if he regrets any part of it, he did not. The Prime Minister says his expression was appropriate at the time.
I said I made a statement and I'm comfortable with it and I have moved on. If other people move on, that's for them, but I have moved on. And I have nothing to apologize for and I have nothing to regret. Very appropriate statement.
The Prime Minister sought to clarify some of the issues that led to the dispute between Newfield, who is also the developer behind the Kimpton Kawana Bay Resort, and the government.
What has happened is that the individual felt that although he invested 20%, he has to recoup that money, which goes completely against the policy of the law of the country. So there's no way we would agree to break that condition. So he's now asking for $99 million for the construction. And of course, we said we can't agree to this. And I think that could have been triggered the problem as what happened.
Warren Newfield resigned as an ambassador to Grenada on May 28, 2021, citing government's anti-business policies as a reason for his resignation. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell announces a second stimulus package of $8.5 million. Tonight's analyst is Terrence Forrester, representing NDC. Stay with us.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We've been down, but not out. It's been hard, but we've persevered together. We each have a role in Grenada's successful recovery, nourishing our families, guiding our children, caring for our communities, energizing our lives. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
If it's tech, we got it. If it's an appliance, we've got that too. Dad, if you want it, you should get it this Father's Day at Quartz. Quartz has unbeatable prices, up to 30% off selected products. So whatever you want, you should get it. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
The public is advised that all branches of Co-op Bank will be closed for business on Friday, June 11th, 2021. This is to facilitate attendance of the bank's employees at the funeral of the late Mr. Gordon V. Steele, OBE, former General Manager and Director of Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited. We apologize for any inconvenience that may be caused as a result of this closure and remind you that our e-banking solution and Connex ATMs are available to serve you. Regular business hours resume on Monday, June 14th, 2021. 1, 2, 3.
Happy Father's Day!
Sunday, June 20th. Get ready for a special Father's Day edition of YT Virtual Bingo. We're giving away a whole lot of money, up to $10,000 to be won. And tickets cost just $8. 5 lucky fathers will win a special cash prize. You know the deal. If you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, get your tickets now and enjoy all the fun and excitement online. Sunday, June 20th. Get ready for a special Father's Day edition of YT Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Open borders with the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers.
I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Individuals and businesses affected by the COVID-19 pandemic may receive another round of financial support from government through a second stimulus package. This was announced by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell on Wednesday. Rena Pear-Thomas tells us more.
In an attempt to provide support to people and businesses whose livelihood was affected by COVID-19, the government of Grenada has secured a soft loan of $8.95 million from the Caribbean Development Bank and the International Development Bank to help cushion the impact. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell made this announcement on Wednesday in a special press conference.
Very soft loan of $8.95 million, which works out approximately to about $24 million. That initiative to help the marginalized persons and persons who have affected the most. And therefore the Ministry of Finance has been working with the Ministry of Social Development and also engaging some of our social partners in the whole question of the areas and the persons that could be supported with that initiative that we are embarking on.
Prime Minister Mitchell says that at present, the Ministry of Finance is working very closely with CDB to develop the policy, format and proposal that will be used as the procedures of payment for the fund.
From indication, it looks like the resources, the actual monies would be available sometime early August, September for the latest. So in other words, we'd expect to start disbursement around that particular time. So what is being done now is a lot of the hard work, the detailed work in the proposals and working out the format.
He said the interest rate in paying back the loan is expected to be very low, with ample time to pay back.
In terms of almost similar to IDA, and you know IDA is 0.75%. I haven't seen the exact document, but I know it's going to be very low. And you know you have a 10-year grace and 40 years to repay. That is the IDA component of the World Bank. Assuming it's close to that from indications, then it would be very small in terms of the loan payment. But the question of whether, in fact, in the stimulus, we're making some of that available for businesses and requiring them to repay, will make the conditions very soft in going forward, but most of it will be grant support.
The government of Grenada has already distributed over 17 million AC dollars to various sectors in April of 2020 under its COVID-19 economic stimulus package. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear-Thomas reporting.
Our guest this evening to probe statements made during the Prime Minister's press conference is Mr. Terence Forrester, representing the National Democratic Congress. Good evening and welcome to GBN News.
Good evening, and to all your viewers and listeners.
Mr. Forrester, what's your take from what was disclosed by the Prime Minister earlier today? What's your takeaway from it?
Well, actually, there are a few takeaways, and the first being the long overdue stimulus package. To be quite honest, the National Democratic Congress would like to see a full disclosure of the social partners which the Prime Minister spoke about, simply because we are interested in having transparency with this approximately $25 million and how it's going to be used, because we fear that there may be political agendas afoot with respect to it. So in other words, we'd like to see a full oversight committee, and that committee be named publicly so that it can be probed, and in the best interest of ensuring that those who are in need actually receive the assistance. But long overdue stimulus package, we welcome it, but we want to see transparency associated with its use and a mentioning of the committee.
Is there anything you wished was addressed by the Prime Minister?
Well, actually, he spoke about the 4%. And in fact, the party would have really liked him at this point in time to announce how he plans to lay it out. I myself made recommendations, and the party supported those recommendations. And we would like to see an end to the issue. But more importantly, it was most unfortunate how the Prime Minister chose to cast aspersion with respect to public workers. In other words, no care for public workers. And he wasn't concerned about the demonstrations, etc., etc., and was just about the children. The fact is, if he was that concerned about the children, this matter would have been resolved a long time ago. This issue has been going on for a very long time. And it's unfortunate that it has dragged on so long, but we would like to see an end to it finally.
What do you think of his reasoning to remain at the helm to contest the next general election?
Well, it is very obvious that Prime Minister will remain there, and he will give another excuse in the next 5 years as to why he should remain again. He has been doing this for the last 20, 25 years, so I'm not surprised, and no one else should be surprised.
Okay. Mr. Terence Forrester, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed.
Now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trellona Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Allegations of police brutality were made by Candy Joseph, who is demanding justice following what she calls total abuse of power, allegedly by 3 male law enforcement officers.
After the police left, I came down here. Them girls, them were sitting, the neighbor and the others, they were sitting right there. So we was more like this way. So me and the young lady that got in the argument, we was like this way. So the police will probably come back up. I probably see them, but show my back turn and already paying attention. So most of the fight broke out. So I bowed to my back now and the officer had me in my neck. One of the officers grabbed me from behind and grabbed me from my neck and squeezed, was holding me so tight, took me. So I ain't know thing and I just go over. Just throw me over there on the ground.
Our online audience gave their opinions. Jalissa commented, "It doesn't matter if her story is missing parts. The facts still remain it's a woman to male police officers. They should know better. Where are the female officers to carry out matters like this?" Catherine added, "Them police officers are overdoing it now. My girlfriend is a victim of police brutality from a male police officer attached to the St. Paul's police station. And when told to go to the relevant station at the fort, it was clear to see that police is for police. Mr. Commissioner needs to pull up his troops. They are putting the public in fear of reporting a case and seeking help." Latoya wrote, "There's a very thin line between disciplining a kid and abusing a kid. The cops probably reacted thinking they were protecting the kids. But how are you going to correct a violation with another violation in itself? Not making any excuses for either parties involved. Bottom line is, did the kids receive whatever help they needed? Are they safe now?" Diane commented, "How can 3 male officers brutalize a single woman? Regardless to what she was doing, fighting or behaving unruly, they have a duty to de-escalate the situation, bringing peace, not adding to the melee. Speaks to their training and mindset. There seems to be an issue with St. David's police station. An independent investigation needs to be done to find out what's going on there." And this individual commented, "Let this go viral. Police brutality must be stamped out once and for all. The only way we can get this issue solved is to cause a level of awareness. It's a shame. The police station must have someone in charge and they must have reported the incident. Whenever a vehicle leaves the station to attend to an issue, it must be documented. Get their names and let the whole world know what happened." That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN Eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
We have a 5-pounder in tonight's Eyesore. This 5-pound potato was uprooted by our Eyesore reporter Karen Paul of Conference St. Andrew. Karen said she was shocked at this discovery. She said though she's planted potatoes before, this one is by far the largest she has ever uprooted. Send us your photos and videos via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
This seems to be a trend. Still ahead in the news, government considering possible incentives to get Grenadians to take the COVID-19 vaccine. This is News at 7.
Introducing Color by Sissons. Color by Sissons. Color by Sissons. Color by Sissons. Systems. Color by Systems. Color by Systems.
Open borders with the right precautions will keep us safe and lead us to the successful rejuvenation of our tourist industry. Because when we come together as a country, we all win.
I did it for my co-workers.
I did it for my granny.
What's up? I did it for my neighbor.
I did it for my business.
Help us help Grenada.
I did it for myself and my family. Get vaccinated.
Together, we can defeat COVID-19. Get vaccinated.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Rhythm coconut, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spicy rum.
Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited.
Class codes?
Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals.
I'll have the spicy rum.
Grenada's #1 rum. We drink it on sport. Add a little flavor to your life.
The public is advised that all branches of Co-op Bank will be closed for business on Friday, June 11th, 2021. This is to facilitate attendance of the bank's employees at the funeral of the late Mr. Gordon V. Steele, OBE, former General Manager and Director of Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited. We apologize for any inconvenience that may be caused as a result of this closure and remind you that our e-banking solution and Connex ATMs are available to serve you. Regular business hours resume on Monday, June 14th, 2021.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Montreal, it's time to line virtually one more time. Gemma Rayburn Baines here for Spice Island Cultural Festival, a celebration of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This summer's festival is a celebration of life with food, fashion, music, and culture. Join us online Saturday, July 10th, 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube at Spice Island Cultural Festival. Info, spiceislandculturalday.com.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Grenadians may soon be rewarded or have special privileges. That's if they agree to take the COVID-19 vaccine AstraZeneca. No concrete information was given on what wooing mechanism will be used to get Grenadians to take the vaccine. Let's get more in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
The Ministry of Health, in conjunction with the COVID-19 Committee and the Government of Grenada, is in planning mode, creating new ways in which they can encourage Grenadians in getting fully vaccinated. According to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, government is not happy with the number of people vaccinated so far in the country.
Therefore, we are trying to do everything possible to increase the level of vaccination by several initiatives. In fact, only yesterday, a group of us met to look at various initiatives that can be taken at the community and national level to hopefully encourage and increase persons' initiative to vaccinate. As a whole. So clearly we're doing all that we can.
With just over 9,000 persons fully vaccinated to date, the Prime Minister says they will offer some incentives to encourage more Grenadians to take the vaccine. He said they are still in the planning stage to determine what exactly those initiatives will be.
For example, if Lotto initiates a special game for vaccinated people, and the government will certainly endorse that and support it. It may also mean the government could look at the possibility of initiating one also, because the plan is to get people vaccinated, because the government is hurting as not enough people is vaccinated to give us the herd immunity we need. Revenue is being affected.
The Prime Minister said he has recently tried to encourage Grenadians to take the AstraZeneca jab in a creative way.
I remember going around the blocks in recent times and I told the young men, get vaccinated and we'll try. The game's coming, the cricket is coming. We may be able to, those of you who are now going and showing that you're getting vaccinated, we have no problem in encouraging you to do so and give you tickets to see the game if you are vaccinated, because we're stipulating that as a major condition for anyone going to the stadium to watch the game. So there could be, as I said, I don't want to speak specifically to any decision because no decision has been made, but the team is coming up with a number of initiatives, and we are not going to say at this point anything is out of that equation.
Grenada remains with no active COVID-19 case. A total of 9,000 people are fully vaccinated, and over 18,000, or approximately 12% of the population, took their first jab, leaving the country with figures well below the 70% rate needed for herd immunity. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Stay with us. Weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Hills and Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Mostly cloudy, breezy, and hazy with light to moderate showers occasionally. There is a warning, moderate dust haze. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate with waves 5 to 7 feet in open water. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are low at 10 p.m. tonight and high at 4 a.m. On Thursday, the sun will rise at 17 minutes to 6 in the morning and set at 6:32 p.m. Partly cloudy, breezy, and hazy with light to moderate showers occasionally. And on Friday, partly cloudy, breezy, and hazy. And let's see what the weekend brings. And on Saturday, we are expecting the weather to be Mostly fair, breezy, and hazy. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. Football fans were stunned at full-time upon the conclusion of the Grenada-Montserrat match on Tuesday, which was the last match of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. The Spice Boys, sitting in third in Group A, had already lost their eligibility for the next round with El Salvador moving forward and was seeking to finish the qualifiers on a high note. Cedra Lewis, scoring his first goal in World Cup qualifiers against USVI last month, converted another goal, this time against Montserrat in the 52nd minute, to put Grenada ahead. However, the shocker came in the final minutes of the match as Montserrat hit back to reverse the results, netting 2 goals in the 85th and 87th minute of play. El Salvador, having qualified for the next round, is scheduled to face St. Kitts and Nevis. The Spice Boys will now have to dust off their recent losses as preparations continue for the Gold Cup in July. Having qualified for the Gold Cup, Grenada will need to bring out its best performances as were witnessed in the qualifying stages. Under its new coach, Michael Findlay, who spoke to GBN last week, preparations have been building toward the campaign next month.
We're doing it in blocks of time. Right now we're focused on the game on Friday at Antigua Barbuda, and then we'll switch our attention to Montserrat for the Tuesday game. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a longer term process and plan to the program. And the Gold Cup coming around the corner is going to be an excellent opportunity for us to judge exactly where we are against some of the top nations, not just in CONCACAF, but in the world when you've got Qatar coming in as a guest to the tournament and they're in our group. So we're looking forward to that part. But first and foremost, this is the first part of our longer term plan, and this is finishing off our World Cup preparation, and we're hopeful that the football gods are on our side and we do what we need to do, and then we'll talk about it after Tuesday.
It is another action-packed weekend as the GFA Premier League resumes following the international break last weekend. Hard Rock FC and FC Camajon kick off this weekend's matchups as the two clubs battle it out on Saturday at the Fur Playing Field from 5 p.m. Chantimal FC then takes on Montreach SC at the same venue from 7:15 p.m. Queen's Park Rangers FC comes up against St. John's Sports at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, while at Victoria Park, Saab Spartans SC face Eagles Super Strikers. The dynamite match will see rivals Hurricane SC and Paradise FC International at Cuthbert Peters Park. As the journey to Tokyo continues for Grenadian athletes, world javelin champion Anderson Peters is shouldering some high expectations for the Summer Olympic Games in the most recent event, which was on Tuesday. Anderson finished 7th with 80.01 meters in the men's javelin at the 2021 Paavo Nurmi Games in Turku, Finland. Anderson, despite the consistency in his throws, could not surpass his first throw of 89.01 meters, while Trinidadian Kishon Walcott threw a season's best of 82.84 to place second. The winning throw was a national record for Poland of 89.55 meters. That's it for sports. Original segment is up next. This is your One Caribbean hookup. St. Lucia's law enforcement is investigating as a small shipping business in Castries was targeted by 4 gun-toting bandits in a brazen Tuesday afternoon armed robbery. The ordeal left workers shaken and fearful for their lives as the criminals made off with a large sum of cash. An eyewitness told local media what occurred.
Apparently four of them. One of them had no mask, so they let him press the button to enter, and they rush on them, and they ask her, as soon as she's trying to open her mouth and say, "Can I help you?" they put the gun on her. 4 of them, all 4 had guns. So she startled. She went underneath the desk. When she startled, I saw. When I come, I thought it was something that happened. I see the gun on her. They took every cent. They really had like $15,000. They took all that. They took the laptop. We have a special laptop for customers to do their ordering and so. They took that. They took customers. They had 2 customers. They took their wallet. They took their phones. They took a good bit of stuff from them. This right now is scary.
Meanwhile, Haiti has postponed a constitutional referendum scheduled for June 27th. On Monday, an official statement said the decision to postpone was motivated by difficulties the Electoral Council faced as it tries to assemble and train all the temporary staff for the realization of the poll in the face of the pandemic. President Jovenel Moïse has been ruling Haiti by decree after legislative elections due in 2018 were delayed and following disputes about when his own term ends. Moïse wanted to submit a new draft of the island nation's constitution to a popular vote on June 27th. The statement said a new date would be set after the recommendations of the health authorities and the technical advice of the executives of the electoral institution. Internationally, Colombia's capital city is lifting tough COVID-19 restrictions, including a night curfew, and is reopening bars. But the move comes as the numbers of COVID-19 infections and deaths remain high. A nighttime curfew will be removed, schools will reopen, and bars will be allowed to stay open until 1 a.m. This follows more than a month of anti-government protests. We get the details in this Al Jazeera report.
DJ and bar owner Javier Cruz is excited at the prospect of reopening his listening bar in Bogota. Waiting much longer could be the end of the road for his business, as it has been for many others.
We are full of hope now, but we must do this with great caution and awareness, keeping many safety precautions in place because we are still in a critical moment and we need to take care of each other.
That's what the government hopes most Colombians will do, as it bets on reactivating all sectors of the economy to try to respond to growing poverty and unemployment, despite being in the midst of the worst peak of the pandemic. More than 500 Colombians are dying every day, record numbers of infections are being broken, and intensive care units are at capacity in all major cities. Even field hospitals set up to ease pressure on the system are full.
We've been at a very high plateau for many weeks, waiting for a reduction, but instead the figures keep climbing for both infections and deaths. We're seeing major clusters due to the social situation in the country, so things could get even worse because the numbers show an exponential increase.
Much of the blame for the stubbornness of this surge is focused on the ongoing anti-government protests. Authorities are using them to explain the paradox of opening up right when conditions are at their worst.
We could stay at home in strict quarantine throughout the city, but the infections have already occurred. With or without opening, we will have 2 to 3 weeks with high occupancy.
The government is confident that a faster pace of vaccinations will help improve the health situation in the country in coming weeks, but a number of doctors' associations say that the decision to reopen now is reckless.
The government's decision isn't based on science. Many doctors and academics have been studying the decree, and we can't find validity to their arguments. That's why we're asking for it to be repealed. It's a paradox. We're pushing our society towards an even worse tragedy than the ones we're already living.
Concerts and dance clubs will remain closed until ICU's occupancy falls under 85%. The rest of the restrictions are now gone, with Colombians left wondering if they will be able to strike a balance between the need to work and the need to save lives. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Let's recap the headlines. Carlvin Frank charged for non-capital murder, housebreaking, and attempted non-capital murder. The Grenada Bar Association to legally challenge government for neglect of the judicial system and supporting services. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell announces a second stimulus package of $8.5 million. Terence Forrester of the NDC joined us tonight as our analyst on this topic. In Around the Globe, police investigating armed robbery in St. Lucia. Haiti postpones constitutional referendum. And Colombia's capital city lifting tough COVID-19 restrictions despite high numbers of COVID infections and deaths. In sports, Spice Boys go down in defeat in the final World Cup qualifying match at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.